Level 1, the gifted child. You are born in Chongjin, a coastal city in the northeast. Your family is poor, but not starving. Your father works at a steel plant. Your mother trades small items in the market, hidden from inspectors. On the wall hangs a portrait of the leader. You learn to bow to it before you learn multiplication. You are 8 years old when a teacher notices how fast you solve math problems. You finish exercises in minutes, then start helping other students. At home, you take apart a broken radio your father found. You cannot fix it, but you understand the parts, and that is enough for the teacher. 2 years later, men from Pyongyang arrive at your school. They test the best students with puzzles and logic questions. You solve the hardest one in less than a minute. Your principal claps. Your parents are both proud and afraid. You receive a letter. You have been selected for a special school in Pyongyang, a future scientist program. Your parents cannot refuse. Refusal is suspicious. They send you away with a single suitcase and quiet tears, standing in a train station that smells like coal and fear. Level 2, the Groomed Prodigy. Pyongyang feels like another planet. The streets are cleaner, the buildings are taller. Electricity stays on longer. At your boarding school, teachers call you comrade student. You attend classes for math, physics, and computer science in rooms with rows of identical machines. You see the internet for the first time, but your internet is not the world's internet. You connect to Kwangmyong, the domestic network. Your screen shows approved news, educational pages, and internal forums. You cannot search global sites, but your teachers can. They pull code examples from American and European projects and strip away anything political before showing them to you. Your daily schedule is strict. Wake at 6 o'clock. Exercises, morning lectures, lunch, afternoon labs. Political study sessions where you learn how your country stands against enemies. Posters on the wall show soldiers crushing foreign flags. In one class, an instructor talks about imperialist financial systems and how banks in hostile countries steal from the poor. You solve exercises that simulate breaking weak passwords and outdated encryption. The teacher smiles. Our enemies are lazy. You will defend your homeland. You begin to understand something. For most kids in the country, the army means rifles and marches. For you, the army means terminals and code. You are not free, but you are valuable. Level 3, the hidden recruit. You are 16 when they move you to a different building. It has no sign, only armed guards and closed curtains. You pass through a checkpoint. A man checks your name against a list, then your face against your photo, and waves you inside without speaking. Here, there are fewer slogans and more servers. You see racks of hardware, climate control units, and a room full of maps with foreign cities highlighted. An officer in a Navy uniform introduces himself as your commanding officer. He does not raise his voice. He does not need to. He explains that you now belong to a research bureau under the leadership. You are told that your work will support strategic operations. You sign documents promising secrecy. You are reminded that punishment can extend to family members. Your training changes. You learn foreign banking protocols and global messaging platforms. You study malware that Western analysts attribute to groups with names like Lazarus. Your instructors do not use those names. They say, our previous operations. You practice sending phishing emails in English to fake targets. You learn to write messages that sound like customer support, logistics updates, or job offers. You learn to host fake sites on servers routed through other countries. You sleep in a dorm with concrete walls and cameras at both ends of the hall. You stop thinking about going home. Home feels smaller each day. Level 4, the junior operator. You are 19 when you enter the operational room for the first time. It looks ordinary, rows of desks and monitors, but every screen is a doorway out of North Korea. Your first assignment is simple. You join a team targeting a small cryptocurrency exchange abroad. Your job is to watch logs and flag any user credentials your automated tools collect that match certain patterns. Senior members handle the complex exploit. You follow orders. The plan works. A misconfigured server exposes an administrative panel. Your team moves money from hot wallets into addresses controlled by your bureau. The amount is not huge by foreign standards, but inside your building, the mood is almost joyful. Your commanding officer explains why this matters. Sanctions choke your country. Dollars are hard to obtain. Cryptocurrencies offer a way around that. Your work plugs straight into national survival. You feel two things at once. Pride, because you are not marching on some frozen border. Shame, because the people who lost that money are faceless and silent. You tell yourself, they are enemies. I am following orders. Level 5, the trusted hacker. By 23, you earn more responsibility. You now help design campaigns, not only execute them. Your team shifts focus to spearphishing government employees abroad. You research names, leak databases, and social media profiles, then write custom messages tailored to each target. You send an email that looks like a conference invitation to a mid-level official in a foreign ministry. When he opens the attachment, your payload runs quietly. You monitor the beacon. It calls back from his machine. You watch his files list scroll by, full of internal memos, access instructions, contact lists. You route the feed through layers of servers so any trace points to another country. Your commanding officer nods. Good work. You have learned how to be unseen. You receive special ration coupons and slightly better food. In a system where most people struggle, your small upgrade feels huge. You also see the price. One colleague disappears after making a mistake that exposes an operation. No one explains where he went. You hear rumors about re-education centers. You think of your parents back in Chongjin who still believe you work at a research institute. You picture guards at their door if you fail. Obedience and performance are not only about you. They are about protecting everyone tied to your name. Level 6. The Foreign Shadow. You are 27 when your work moves outside North Korea without your body leaving the country. Through foreign front companies, your bureau arranges remote access to rented computers in China and other states. You operate from Pyongyang, but your traffic appears to originate elsewhere. Sometimes, without details, you travel under escort to a building near the border where connectivity is slightly better. You do not speak to locals. You do not explore. You work. Your tasks now include breaking into defense contractors, shipping firms, and health systems. The goal shifts between money, intelligence, and disruption. You follow shifting instructions that arrive with no explanation. Sometimes you stay awake until 3 o'clock in the morning chasing one connection. You see alerts from foreign cybersecurity reports that describe North Korean state actors using methods you know. You read them in your lab, behind blocked glass, inside the state you serve. They talk about groups, motivations, and structures, some accurate, some off. They do not mention your name. You feel strange, both exposed and invisible. In one operation, you help infect thousands of machines with ransomware. The malware encrypts data and demands payment. You watch hospital systems go offline, appointment systems crash, and small firms struggle to restore backups. Your team cheers the wallets filling with cryptocurrency. You mute your screen and stare at the floor. Level 7, the unit leader. You are 32 when you receive a promotion to team leader. You now manage 10 operators. You assign tasks, review code, and report results. You sit in meetings where senior officers discuss targets like they are puzzles, not people. You learn to talk in abstract terms, financial flows, infrastructure pressure, strategic messaging. You also manage political loyalty. Your unit attends extra study sessions. You lead them in reading reports about global hostility and internal resilience. Tablets show documentaries explaining how cyber operations protect your country from strangling sanctions. You repeat these lines to your team even when they sound like slogans. Your doubts grow in private. You think of the world you never saw, the cities whose networks you walk through without stepping outside your building. You remember the radio you failed to fix as a child, your father's hands, your mother's quiet warnings. You think about the idea of freedom they risked everything for but never reached. You keep your face neutral. Cameras in the room see expressions. Algorithms flag rudeness and reluctance. You smile on command. Level 8, The Reckoning. You are 38 when your life as a state hacker reaches its breaking point. One winter, your unit receives a new directive. The targets are not banks or exchanges, but media outlets and activist networks abroad that criticize your country. Your orders are clear: disrupt, deface, and discredit. Leak fake documents under real names. Sow confusion. You execute, but this time, something shifts. You watch social media feeds where activists you target share images of labor camps, food shortages, and families separated. They mirror stories your father told you, stories your teachers softened or erased. You recognize buildings. You recognize dialects. You realize those people are not enemies. They are versions of your parents, of neighbors from your childhood, of classmates who never left your province. For the first time, you hesitate on a command. You slow your work. A process that should take hours stretches into days. Logs catch the delay. An officer notices. You are summoned. In a small room, an investigator asks simple questions. Why did you delay? Do you doubt our mission? Do you contact foreigners? You answer carefully. You say you were thorough, not slow. You say loyalty is total. You lower your eyes. They release you, but you feel a line has been crossed, even if they did not prove it. You walk back to the operational room and look at your screen. It reflects your face, older now, more tired. You think about choices. In North Korea, leaving your unit is not like quitting a job in another country. There is no resignation letter. There is no casual exit. There are only punishments and disappearances. Your reckoning is quiet, inside your mind. You start doing one small thing. Whenever you see a chance to reduce harm without flagging suspicion, you take it. You misroute an attack toward a honeypot instead of a hospital. You introduce tiny delays that give defenders abroad a bit more time. You do not save the world. You do not free your country. You barely protect anyone. But those small acts are the only freedom you have. You are a North Korean state hacker at every rank, from gifted child to unit leader. Your life never leaves the system, but your thoughts do. And in a place built on control, a thought that refuses control is the highest risk you face.